I have learned that comedy is the best way to soothe tragedy and to understand tragedy and to understand stories. Half the goal is to be an entertainer because I am a comedian at the end of the day. But like I realize that this project is very unique. And so I'm like, okay, well, how can I push this to its boundaries and make it as effective as it can be? I try to focus on things that are overlooked by traditional media. So I'm not saying like fake news or anything like that. I'm not one of those people. I do read the news and I do trust the news. But there's a certain point where reporting on issues will stop because of commercial interests or adverts getting in the way of that, or news coverage just doing a horrible job at getting the right story across. I make sure it's educational, but guised under a bunch of comedic stuff, uncensored, and stuff that I find funny, you know. It's gotten a lot of people involved in local politics. I don't have a lot of words for how awesome that is, and it just makes me happy that something that I'm making where I'm basically just shitting on the town is like helping people out in the same regards. So, yeah, that's how I feel with that. So the origin of the Donny character, which is my side character, comes from basically just growing up. I grew up to a poor single mother, and we moved around Chittenden County and Franklin County and lived in some very interesting situations. You know, me and my friends would always make fun of the different things that would happen from it as kind of a subconscious way to escape what we were dealing with. And as I have gotten older in time and my life is completely different from that, and I live very comfortably now, I still feel like that kid at the core. So, you know, this was always something that I did just with friends, and I could easily jump into it. But when I started recording it, I didn't realize how many people identified with it.
You know, I fucking grew up here, my dad fucking grew up here, and my kid's gonna fucking grow up here too. You can't remove me, you know. Video unless I got my salt and pepper police chief from now Mayor Wineturd. He couldn't do anything about it. Mayor, he remained a stakeholder. Turd Burger and the city council like their blood on yours. Our best buds. Moment of silence last month and left halfway through. This summer I was served a cease and desist letter from Mayor Mira Weinberger's office for my
I don't think he was expecting me to do what I did with it, which was throw it in his face. He hired a PR person that following April. I commissioned somebody to make a $600 Jim Henson-looking puppet of Miro, and that was the hardest secret to keep, but it was so worth it. Every time I'm brought up, he'll be reminded of me and my videos and the issues happening, and that there are people that fucking hate what he's doing. If I can add any little pressure to that, I'm very happy. My goal has been met.
Then I grabbed the two tools. These are the two tools.
A couple years ago, I mapped out my plan for success. It's 3 phases. So first phase was to become a local legend here, which, you know, all of these I was kind of like, I don't know if like I'll ever get this far with all this stuff, but I want to map it out anyways. And so I pretty much did phase 1.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
And so I was like, okay.
Dirt bikes and the Taco Bell coming back to
a green screen and produced it. And
thank you for doing what you're doing, because that's so fucking sick to me. Let me see Peyton Burlington.
Getting to the future of my channel, right now I'm trying to build a cast. I've done it by myself, and while it is fun, it's not as fun as sharing that excitement with other people and with the community as a whole. I'm trying to open up a studio and move it out of my dining room because now that I have all of these cast members, my area to film is really built for one person, but I ultimately want to have my production company take in other shows and help them grow and create very unique things. That's real community, where it's just like we're all like making this thing together, and then the community sees it and they reach out. That's what it's all about. If you have the right audience, you'll feel empowered to continue doing this and to make it better.
Wabot!